Hi, everyone. This is David Clausen, the TA for Massio, and I'm going to go over this aqua packs activity. So the first part of the activity is that you're going to be talking about sort of what are sort of doing the ideas first and going over sort of what are rectangular prisms. You shouldn't spend too long on this, but sort of think about these questions of like, what is a prism? What is a cube? What is a rectangular prism? So, a prism is just something where it has like rectangular sides, but could have like a triangular base. Again, this is not really the focus of the activity, but then rectangular prism is where it is sort of the box. So it has rectangles on all sides of the faces, and they're sort of perpendicular to each other. So then if you have side lengths X or Z is the height, X is here, Y is here, then the volume is X, Y, Z, because you can think of it as like, that's the amount of space that it's taking up. And then if we double each side length, it would go up by 8, but if you only do one side, it's 2, and 2 sides, it's 4. But again, these are sort of thinking activities to get the students' minds going. So then the first part of the activity is you have these brick-shaped water packs that you want to contain exactly 2.4 liters, or 2,400 centimeters. And then you have to have that these are either positive integers or numbers ending in 5. So for instance, 10, 6, and 4, you can do that, but you can't do something like 12.8 times 12.5 times 16 or something. So you can't do the 0.8, but you can do a 2.5 or a 60. So you can just sort of start it off by asking them to like put different numbers around. And then we say two boxes are equal if they have the same X and Y, but not the same Z. So then these two would be the equal ones. So you can have them just try and create a pack, and they get 1 point if they succeed. So for instance, one that you could do might be something like 10, 15, 16. Or if you want, you could do, let's see, you could do, let's see, what would be another one? If I wanted to, I could just do 7.5 and 8 and 40 or something. But just let each of them come up with them. And then the round 2 is you want to match with someone. So you want to draw a pack that is not on the original chart that they first did, and you want to match. You get 1 point for each person that they match, and the mentor will record. And then the last thing is, can they match with no one from that was not on the table? So then draw packs and write equations to give the most concrete way to represent one of these packs. So you can draw a picture, and then you can have like the 10, 15, 16, and then you want to draw packs and write equations to give the most abstract way. So that might be something like XYZ equals 2,400, or something along the lines of that, so that you can have sort of both the concrete and the abstract. And then the final thing is sort of like find out what particular dimensions you want to have. So for this, Aqua ships water bottles around the world. So then they want different specifications for the size of these 2.4 packs. So Peter from Poland wants a square base. So to do the square base, you could do something like, if you just pick, let's see, what would be a good example? 1.5, 40, and 40. So that might be a good example where the 40 times 40 is the square base, and then it's just a very, very short 1.5 up. Or you could do, 10, 10, and 24. That would be probably a better one, to the 10, 10, and 24. But as you can see, there are lots of different examples. So you can ask them how they can find, like, what's the formula for all the examples. And then the next one is Anna from El Salvador. Or you also want to do, like, could you do a 4.8 pack? So could you double it also with a square base. So if you have sort of 48, 10, 10, you could also do something like 20, 20, and 12. So you could also do 20, 20, and 12. Okay, so then Anna was like a cube, asked next for a cube shape pack. And if you just do them, if you just try and do 2400 to the 1/3, you get a 13.38, which obviously doesn't work. So you need to get numbers that are close to 13. So the closest that I found were 12, 12.5, and 16. So then they sort of have to use these clues to try and figure out what the answers are. So then for the last one is that they want one of the sides of the base to be 2.5 times the other one. So if there was sort of like a 4 here, there could be a 10 here, and then you could have something like a 600, 60 here. So this could be one example, or if you want, you could make it, it could be something like 8, 20, and 15. So that's another example. So that's sort of an example of what Jin from Malaysia wants. So then now you can ask them to try and create one, just pick their own country and see if they can just pick one of the ones that you came up with and see if they can try and create some sort of mystery for it. So that is how to do this activity.